Give me a minute because this is good news. Oh, this is good news, all right. Our buddy David Axe, writing in Forbes magazine, and anybody that watches this channel knows I quote David Axe a lot, right? The guy is a specialist in military equipment and hardware, planes, tanks, armored vehicles, etc., right? And according to Mr. Axe, Ukraine now has an advantage in tanks by sheer numbers. Now, Russia can produce about 200 tanks a year, but with them losing 5, 6, 10, 15 tanks a day, that doesn't cut it. Doesn't even make up for 1 month's worth of losses. So, for the first time since the start of the war, Ukraine has a tank advantage, which they are putting to good use in Kursk, that where the tanks can actually move, led by the Abrams, led by the Challengers. Those Western tanks are doing great damage to the enemy inside of Russia, certainly, and likely on the battlefield along the front line, too. The problem is you can't do maneuver warfare inside of Ukraine, inside of Donetsk. The firing positions are too well defended. The defended fortifications are too strong. It's a problem. You can't get out and move. Between the landmines and the defensive fortifications, the tanks are limited there. But in Kursk, where those same fortifications don't exist, where the fields are open and unmined for the most part, there they can move. And there, a much smaller Ukrainian force is actively every day dismantling a much larger Russian force. We're going to see this same thing happen, the shifting dynamics of who's got more toys on the battlefield. As we watch the Russians run out of the ability to manufacture cannon and tank barrels, they're going to lose that ability very shortly here. It's estimated that they can only continue until about the middle of 2025. And then they're hosed. Hosed. This is not the time to be talking about peace. This is not the time to be talking about giving Russia everything they want as a reward for their murder of Ukrainians. No. Now is the time to double down. Send more tanks, more aid, more equipment, and defeat this enemy that we all share.